Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Where are you at? There you go. You go over there. Close. Get the music going. There we go. Okay, cool. How's everyone doing today? Saturday night, and I feel all right. Working on drone stuff. This place is a mess. So yeah, so today, what are we doing today? What are we doing today? I've got that, but that's not done yet, so we can't play with that. Plus, am I allowed to even play with this now? Because of all the new YouTube rules, like there's all kinds of new YouTube rules. Am I allowed to play with this? Like, look. I can HK slap it. You can do the HK slap. It's just dry fit. There's nothing inside of it yet. Insta-ban. That's probably gonna be next week's video. I'm having fun making this. That's probably gonna be next week's video. That is a shell ejecting Nerf dart. It basically, it's the coolest thing I've ever seen when it comes to Nerf darts. But basically, it's got a whole mechanism where the shell has, which way does this go? I think it goes this way. Yeah. It's got a whole like spring-loaded, or actually it's all elastic bands. So it's all compressed in two ways, and when you hit a firing pin, it shoots a dart out the front, and at the same time it does this, which pushes the action back and then ejects it. So it's literally like a pew-pew. It's got a hammer. It's got a firing pin. It's cyclical, and it's magazine fed. So yeah, that's probably gonna be next week's video. I gotta put it all together. I'm not gonna, we might do the cartridges on this stream because I gotta put like 10 of them together. But like, here's the magazine. It holds 5. It makes me want to go, you know, purge the Xenos right now, if you know what I'm saying. It's very much like a bolter. Okay. Steve's stream system blew up today. What? What happened to Steve's setup? How did I not see that? Let me go check the... What happened to Steve's setup? What happened? Is there a link or anything? What? Oh, it's all fixed. Oh, okay. There you go. That's good. Let me open up the documentation so we know what we're doing. What are we doing today? We're finishing tap, right? Is that what we're doing for finishing tap? Voron. Tap. Manual. There we go. Okay, you go over there, you go over there, you go over there, you go over there. There we go. Okay. Oh, cable came unplugged. Oh, okay. Okay, so first things first, if you haven't had the chance, every stream we give away a spool of filament from Polymaker. Link in the description. Go enter for that. I gotta turn the music down on my end. How's the music on your end? John Clark, $5. Cheers. Long time no see. Stopping in, still remodeling the house, only about halfway done. Pray for my soul and wallet. Home renovations, they never go as smooth as you want, as quick as you want, or as cheap as you want. So yeah, it's always gonna be, it's home reno is never kind to people. It's always gonna be a complete shit show, basically. How's my head? Not too bad. It's been a week. I still know where I'm at, somewhat. Where is my head at? What's this? Oh, that's that. Where that Nerf came from? It was over there, and then I picked it up. It's called the I don't have the link for it on this computer. It's on Cults. It's a paid model. You got to pay for it. Leblasto Scully V2. That's what it's called. Plastic AMSR. Okay, so where we left off was we got to the point roughly where we had the tool head assembled, but that was about it. I remember. We have a few more things we have to wrap up. I'm pretty sure that's the motor. What I did do this off stream. So there's two little screws right here and on the other side. You have to loosen them, and those are where the magnets are, and then you gotta let them find their home, and then you tighten them back up. So I did that. So now my tap is actually like it's properly, like when you push on it, you could feel like when it breaks. So now it's like push, 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 and there it goes. And it's rigid. Like it's as rigid as a normal tool head in this position. So we need to do everyone's favorite thing first. We got to make up, we got to do some crimping, because we have to make up something to connect the board, to connect it to the microfit for the wires, and then we finish hooking everything up and start doing config stuff, I guess. So we're pretty much in the home stretch. How much force? It's anywhere 500 to 800 grams of force to actuate it. So parts. So those are that's that. Might need this. Put you there. Get my microfit 3s out and start making a connector. Can I be lazy? No, I'm not gonna be lazy. I could, but I'm not going to. So I'm gonna need this guy and this guy. Point blank, $10. Cheers. Thanks for the streams to my first QGL on my build today. Now to print out CW2, SB, and TAP. Y'all keep releasing stuff while I gather parts. Hey man, the V2's been around for 2+ years now, so you've had plenty of time to catch up. So that I need this guy. I need this guy, and we're gonna be fancy, and we're gonna use some fancy wire. Why? Because it's on my desk already, so that'll work. So how's everyone doing today? Anything exciting in the world of 3D printing I should be aware of? For all you folks that are bugging me about positron, apparently beta kits went out to people. So they're getting there. Some LDO beta kits went out to people. So they're kind of making their way into being a thing. So one day. And I got a message from Mandela too, but I got I spoke with Ratrig. They are going to send me the rest of the kit. So it was just kind of a, oh, well, we just kind of sent you what we sent you last time kind of thing, because we never actually talked about it. So yeah, so they're sending me the rest of the kit that I need to build a VCore 3. So Steve is supposed to get a positron kit. What if I told you that's how I know that kits have gone out? Because I've seen it. Stefan's for next video was interesting. What did he do? I watched some of it. I like skimmed through it. Canceled all Obsidian nozzle of frustration. I'm not a businessman. I do not. I'm not going to tell somebody how to run their business. And I'm not going to critique somebody on the way they run their business. So I understand his frustrations though. I'm sure, hey, let's be honest. If E3D could, you know, wish this all away and just have them be selling, they would. Like, I'm sure they're even more frustrated than some of you. Like, believe me, it's a, yeah, I understand some people are probably angry, but you know, I'm sure they're loving it right now. So, really like the Twisted Rails video. I did too. That was a fun video. That video, you're probably gonna see. I'm gonna try. So again, the goal this year is a video a week. So part of that is you're going to be seeing more videos of different things. For example, next week's video is going to be on the printed blaster. You'll probably see FPV stuff. You're going to see more. So there's just going to be more random videos. But that was something I've talked about on stream a bunch. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to write this all down in a video, basically. And it's doing okay. It's literally doing average as far as my videos go, which for a channel like me is not great, but that's to be expected. But I got a feeling it'll be one of those videos that just gets tons of views down the line, just because it'll consistently get views. Like my gantry racking video. That video, when I put it out, was like, I'm just gonna make a video on gantry racking, and it's like one of my most viewed videos now because it just consistently gets views. So I think this will be. If there are no, I don't. What do you want me to say? Like, I'm not E3D. I don't know what their PR department is like. The only person I wouldn't say regularly. One of the people that I like have direct contact with at E3D has been sick for the past 3 weeks. So, like, evergreen content. Exactly. I mean, I have streams with like thousands of views, like that get consistent views later. That's why I will never switch to Twitch. That is why I will never switch to Twitch. It would make 0 sense for me to be a Twitch streamer, because all my streams still get views years later. So why would I abandon all that potential views to go like to put my stuff on Twitch for like, I don't know. Okay, so if you're wondering what I'm doing right now, we're reusing the wire harness. Okay, so we're reusing the wire harness for this build because it's already made up. So part of that is I've got our board here, and it's got a connector, and I'm just going to make a microfit, or correction, a JST to microfit 3 jumper, so I could just plug it in, because I you know, yeah, it's not long enough. I can't just cut this wire and just put a JST on it. So I'll just make a little jumper, and we'll just kind of, you know, hide it under the cover and just kind of make it go away. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm making a little connector. And this is a 5 to 24 volt. And to try and prevent the whole it going sparky spark, we're going to run it on 5 volt. Even though I bench tested it and it should be okay. Actually, I need a different connector. Shit. This uses a proprietary connector, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Shit. One second. Kitchen did his beta for the volcano adapter. There were maybe 100 tests or so, and only one person heated over 260 for hot tank. Then the adapter cracked. Okay. Glenn Johnson, $3. Cheers. Are these JSTs? Oh no, these are not. Shoot. Okay. I thought this connector was a JST, so I was just using like bolt JSTs that I have on hand. It is not. It uses their own connector, and the kit came with it. So, un momento, por favor. Wow, I can't do Spanish. Try this again. Gary, level of content. Cheers. And Gary again gifted a community membership. Cheers. Suggestion for my first Voron blob on the hot end. It's bad. What you can do is heat it up to like the lower end of the melting point and kind of pull it off. If you're worried about, you know, sparky sparks, heat it up and then power it off and then pull it off. Hopefully you're running a sock, a silicone sock, because it makes it come off a little bit easier and less likely to damage stuff. And depending on your hot end, you may have to replace your thermistor and heater, depending on how much it got kind of screwed up. The little guy upstairs is not going to bed. I can hear him running around. Someone's gonna get it. Greens are in the Czech Republic, 2:17 a.m. That is early. That is way too early for me. Then again, that's usually around the time I go to bed, but that's me. What's the coating that makes cleaning blobs better? I've never used that stuff. I know, was it Slice had something you could paint your nozzle with, but you're basically painting it with PTFE. So, you know, I don't like, you know, PTFE that on a hot nozzle, but whatever. I think they changed the formula though, because people called them out for it. Just put a silicone sock on it. That's probably your best bet. Ooh, that one is not crimped right. Okay. See, what you do is just make sure your printer is tuned really well, and just don't get blobs to begin with, and then you don't have to worry about it. Right? Like, you only have a blob if things go wrong. So just don't have things go wrong, and you'll be good to go. I hate... Every time I do this, I feel like I'm going to stab myself with my tweezers. There we go. Okay, so that is that. That is that. There we go. Okay. Had an instance where input shaper didn't stop ringing. Depends on how aggressive your input shaper is. Remember, input shaper isn't a silver bullet. It won't solve all your problems, cure cancer, and make dad come back from the corner store. Okay, it helps. Okay, and depending on how aggressive of input shaper, it'll help to a certain degree, but it doesn't solve all your problems. Okay, so if you're, you know, trying to solve all your problems with input shaper, it isn't going to work. Okay, but what you can do is run it a little bit faster, essentially. Okay. Okay, now I gotta get this out. But yeah, like if you run input shaper too aggressive, you'll still get ringing. Like, man, okay, these, oh shoot. How are you supposed to get these connectors out? Oh, there we go. Trying to get the connector out without, there we go, okay. And remember, if you run too aggressive of an input shaper, you're going to round your edges. Okay. So if you're rounding your edges, that means your input shaper is too aggressive. but it's like acceleration, right? If you want to print faster, you increase your acceleration. Well, increasing acceleration gives you ghosting. To fight ghosting, you add input shaper, but too much input shaper gives you rounded edges. So now we just need to wait on the next thing that will solve rounded edges at high input shaper levels, but then it, you know, makes your prints 3 times bigger or something. There'll be some trade-off. You get nothing for free. Nothing is free. There will always be a downside to everything. Okay? I gotta wire this up the same as this. So does Clipper have a section on tuning input shaper? Yep. Just Google Clipper input shaper calibration or something. I can't remember what exactly brings it up, but there's a whole page on it. And then you got to send a mongoose to get rid of the snakes. Exactly. Before you know it, you got a gorilla in your print room. Like, input shaper is great, but it's just another tool in your toolkit. Like, for me, I don't run anything other than MZV input shaper. I don't run the aggressive input shapers, and my max excels are usually only around like 5 to 7K depending on the machine, and that's usually just for the infill. For like the walls, I'm still dropping to 2000, which that's also what the bamboo does. That's how the bamboo prints so fast. It has pretty aggressive input shaper, and it just drops the excels like a lot when doing walls and details. What I'm really looking forward to, and I know this is going to be so much fun, is me setting up the config on this, because somebody on the Discord's like, why is your macros like this? Because I have my config that I run on this machine posted in the Discord, and somebody's like, why is your config all like this? And I'm like, because it's spaghetti, okay? It is spaghetti. Okay, so blue is ground, or 0 volt. I'm assuming blue is signal. Yeah. Yeah, so blue is... Okay, so I gotta wire this up the same. Okay. So blue is ground. Okay, and brown is voltage, so that's red. Come on. Get you to lock in place. Okay, and then black is out, which is signal, which is blue, and that goes there. Sweet. Hopefully I did this right and I don't pop anything. Oh, 1 second here. Okay, so let's wire this up. So you're gonna go in there, okay? You're gonna come around. I'm gonna need a... Where'd I put my screws? Quit screwing around. Where did I put my screws for this? Maybe these are them? Sure. Nope, not you. Nope, not you. Oh, I know what the PCB is labeled. I can see what the PCB is labeled. It's, oh, I can't see because I took it off, but it's voltage, then signal, then ground at the bottom. Got another one. I do. It's a 25 volt. Yeah, it's a 25 volt board, but it's also one of the production boards, the 2.1 boards that have a chance of voltage inrush causing it to pop. So I'm gonna run it at 5 volts to hopefully not have it pop. I'm hoping. If it goes kaboom, it goes kaboom. And then I bust out the liquor and we have fun for the rest of the stream. Okay, so you go here. You go here. Okay. Okay, red is the hot end. I'm assuming the hot end is that wire, yeah. That goes there. There we go. Cool. We'll power it up before I put the cover on. So I got to flip it over and we got to change the voltage here. So that is the tool head. And again, we're just going to hide it under the cover. Remember, if you don't see it, it's not a problem. Okay. So where on the spider is the voltage selector for the probe? That's that. That's... Is there on the spider a voltage selector for the probe? Oh, it's here. I gotta look up the wiring. Spider Physec Spider V1.0 because this is an original one. Okay. So change log, 5 pin for BL touch. Don't care about that. Don't care. Okay. That's spider 2. Where's my, okay, where is there? Okay, V1.0. Okay, open new tab. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, so the jumper is that, and then that's 5 volts. So I want to run this 5 volts. So I pull you out, and instead of VIN, you're going to run 5 volt. Okay, so we had it over these two, and I'm going to put it over these two. So now it's 5 volt for this guy here. Okay, sweet. I think we're good there. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think we're okay. Yeah, I think it's on Etsy and Cults. Cool. It's a decent amount of printing. I will say, Mr. Scully, or whoever the designer is, I can't remember. Give your parts a once over and optimize for FDM. There is a lot of stuff. There's a lot of waste on that design, making stuff like in terms of support. Like there's a lot of unneeded support required on those parts. So, okay. So let's power it up for the first time. and see if we get any sparks. I can't remember if it's plugged in or not. Nope. Nope. Okay, the LED's on. Okay, well, that was anticlimactic. I guess I left the switch on. Okay, so got the LED, it's on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, beep, beep. Okay, printers, 226. Waiting for it to boot up. Okay, so there we go. Oh my god, this thing's ancient. Where is tune? End stops. There we go. I forgot this is old fluid. Okay, so triggered. Oh, I got rid of that. So we're gonna have to update all this. We're gonna have to update all this. 1 second here. How old is this version of? Yeah, this is old. This is old. Do I update this? Do I want to update this? This is old fluid. This is old fluid. We'll get the config set up first. We'll get the config set up first. Okay. So configuration. So let's pull up config. Okay, 1 second here. Maybe on the GitHub. Oh, it's a Pi 4. It's a Pi 4. It's just the fluid, the fluid install in here is old. It's old. I know tap doesn't need anything special, but I'm worried about, I got to run the input shaper, and my input shaper tool, I think, is too up to date. I think it's an updated, so I might have to go the old way and actually plug it into the Pi for this. So, repositories, tap, config. Okay, here you go. So update your end stop. Okay, so okay. So under stepper Z, okay, you'll want to comment out your position and stop. Do I have position and stop? Okay, so end stop pin is now that. Do I have position and stop in here? Oh, it's down here. Okay. Wait, no, that's not it. That's Z. Z. I guess I never had it set up. Okay, cool. Okay, so you also should remove any automatically saved settings. Stepper. I have to get bottom of the config. Yeah, I don't see. Oh, here we go. There Goodbye. Okay. Update your save. So safe said home. So safe said home. Change it to the center of your bed. Okay, so on this, we need it to 125. 125. Okay. If you have homing override, do I have homing override? I don't have a homing override. Okay. Cool. Update your probe's offset. So remember, tap your nozzle is a probe, so probe X offset and Y offset. Oh, yeah, probe. There we go, offset. So that is now 0. Okay. Oh, hi, Steve. Okay. Should be 0 now. You'll automatically using probe calibrate. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, add taps, activate G-code. This G-code will allow you to probe cold or prevent you from probing with a nozzle at printing temperature. Okay, so where do I add this? Where do I add this? Where do I add this? Where do I add this at? Do I make a macro? Or do I just copy and paste this into my config and just call it a day? In probe section. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and now I need to actually set up a virtual end stop, right? Or no, it doesn't say anything. I'm trying to go at this monkey way and just do what it tells me to do. So I've done pretty much. Okay, so now we've done this. Okay. So save. Oh yeah, save, close. Oh my God, host. How do I restart the firmware in this one again? Firmware restart. There we go. Oh man, I really need to update this, and I probably should take advantage of it now. Okay. So end stops are open. Activate. Triggered. Okay, so I gotta flip that. So config. Probe. Where are you at? No, where is probe? Probe. There we go. Save, close, bump, bump. Restart. There we go. Okay. Trail features, 49 cheers. I hope I don't ask too many probing questions in the stream. Funny joke. Okay. So tune and stops. Okay. Open, open, open. Push it up. Triggered. Okay. Do I just home it? Do I just home it? I guess I just home it now, right? I followed the manual. I updated everything it said. Full send. And I've got liquor if it goes to shit. Home all. Oh. Okay, you know who you are. Whose job was it to remind me to put the magnet back in? Whose job was it? Whose job was it? Oh, did you replace it? Oh, Viru, you're late. Okay, which way does this go? That way? Nope. Can't seem to get that to go in well. Okay, 1 second here. Where's my helper for this? There we go. This won't go in. Shit. 1 second here. Wasn't that Weiser's job? Funny joke. Yeah, I updated it to the middle of the bed. I can't use my normal trick of just kind of mushing it in because it's not big enough. There we go. There we go. Okay, hopefully I put it in the right way. Okay. Oh, I was on the wrong camera the whole bloody time too. Okay, let's try this again. Home, all, go! Oh, there we go. Is that magnet? Okay, that magnet's in still. Okay. I've got my hand on the power switch. I mean, if worst goes to worst, we just break a Revo Obsidian. They're easy to get, right? Okay, QGL. I'm gonna have to update these positions. I'm gonna have to update the QGL positions because right now they're based on okay. 0.0025 millimeter. I could dig it. I could dig it. Okay, so now I got to do the probe documentation. No, that's not it. The probe thingy. The build, initial startup, probe thingy. Where's my probe thingy? Probing check. No. XY. Where's my probing? Bed locating, define 00, set end stop. Probe testing. There we go. Okay. So probe accuracy. Let's check probe accuracy. Let's see what probe accuracy gives us. Okay, probe accuracy results. Maximum is 0.0025, minimum 0.005, range 0.0025. Okay, so standard deviation 0.0011 millimeters. So that's okay, I guess. Like I don't know, that's, you know, The first layer is 0.2 and this is 0.001. I don't know, man. I think we could improve upon that. Okay. The example here is 0.01. So we're tenfold more accurate than a standard probe. Okay, where is our Z tilt, quad gantry? Where is our Z offset? Where's our Z offset? Okay, quad gantry level. Probe calibrate. There we go. Probe calibrate. Probe calibrate. Okay. And then what is it after? Test Z -1 until we're close, and then adjust with paper. Okay. It's been a hot minute. Okay. I need a piece of paper. Are you a piece of paper? You're a sticker. You're too thick. This piece of paper will do. What are you? FedEx. Oh my God, I don't want you. Oh, that's actually right there. That'll do. Okay, cool. And then was it save config? Or was it? Accept. Yeah, accept. I think that's it. I'm expecting more, but that's it. Okay, let me shut it down. Are these rubbing? I can't say. It looks like it clears it, so. You need to do a break-in probe accuracy increase. How do I do probe accuracy 100? Probe calibrate 100. Go! That does nothing. Probe accuracy samples 100. Okay. Yeah, let's do a bed mesh. Let's do a bed mesh. Let's see. So settings, config. Where's bed mesh? Find my bed mesh section. How do we tell it to do a big bed mesh? Do I even have bed mesh set up in here? Bed heater, is it in this one or is it a different one? Might be close. There you go. Horizontal Z move, mesh min, mesh max. Well, I can go all the way up now. I can go to we'll do 25, and then we could do 225 and 225. Fade and probe count. There we go. Let's do a change Z microstep. Why do I want to change Z microstep? Like I know it'll be more accurate, but like here's the thing, like you lose torque on Z when you go to like really high microstepping. So I don't like messing with what I know is good. Let's do a 50, or actually let's do a 20 by 20. Let's do a 20 by 20. Save. Close. I got system. We'll restart. A break-in. Well, I'll do the break-in first. So we'll do the break-in. So probe accuracy 100. Okay. So hold on. So we'll do the break-in. I'll do a QGL, and then we'll leave recommended 32 micro steps. Okay, let me see what I'm at anyways. Where am I at for my Z motors? I'll bump it up to 32 microstep for Z. Microstep 32. 32 microstep. Okay, there we go. So 32, 32, 32. Wait. Where's stepper Z0? $32. There we go. Okay, cool. Save. Close. Okay, system. And we'll restart. Okay. Home off. Change my QGL locations. Oh yeah, shit. System. Quad. Pro, where's my quad gantry? Probe, where's my quad gantry? Quad gantry level. Okay, gantry corners are there, pro points. Okay, so, and do 25, 25, 25, 225, 225, 225, 225, 25. Right? Right, so that's front left, back right, or back left. Right there, right there. Okay, cool. Safe. Can you add LiDAR to... yeah, let me know when Bamboo actually has LiDAR, and we'll think about adding it. Because they don't. It's not LiDAR. It's basically image processing. Like, it uses a laser, but it's not LiDAR. It uses a camera. So it shines a laser on the thing and looks at it with a camera. That's not LiDAR. LiDAR is using the laser itself. Okay, let's do this again. What advantage would LiDAR bring? Honestly, nothing. And if in a 3D printer, like, unless you need to actually like properly map out to an absurdly high degree accuracy the bed surface, but like, you don't. You don't. Okay, let me do an updated QGL. So let's make sure this is good. It's so much nicer just being able to use the probe. We're gonna have to move my bed too, because I have it offset for a switch that we don't have anymore. So. Go. Okay, and then we'll home to put it back in the center, and then we'll do that 100 times bed probe thing, because you got to break it in apparently. So we're gonna run probes accuracy samples 100. Go, and it's just gonna do this 100 times. So, time for a little drinky drink from the Fadus mug. That's metal. Do an absurd job of mapping the surface of the bed. It does! Adult beverage time. It is, because, well, why else? Why not? Cheers. So today was fun. I got a new camera for my long range quad and a new GPS. And I spent, I don't even know how long, wasting because the GPS was dead. And because the GPS, the new GPS didn't work, apparently Betaflight doesn't show OSD elements related to GPS when it doesn't pick up, it has a no, it wasn't picking up the GPS. So it's like, you don't have a GPS. Why do I need to show how many satellites you have or altitude and all that? So I thought there was issues with my, because I had to update the firmware on the DJI Vista unit for the camera, and I had to reflash WTF OS, and I thought I screwed that up because I was missing elements, but no, it turns out it was that, and yeah, it was annoying. So I have the GPS was dead, so I put the original GPS in it. So I soldered like a million things for no reason today. So yeah. Okay, so that's done. Standard deviation 0.00156. Oh, so it did kind of drift a little bit, but it's still within 0.90 whatever. So that's pretty good. Okay. So let's do another QGL. Why did I probe calibrate? Because you still need to set your, because it still moves. They're still moving. You still need to set your Z offset, okay? There still is a Z offset, okay? Because it's not instant, okay? It's your tool head moves a bit, okay? But there's still a, like, you can move it a little bit before you trigger. So there's an optical sensor up here, okay? And then you have basically a wedge. And when your tool head moves up, it moves into the beam and it stops the beam, and that's your end stop, okay? The problem is there's movement. So it's got to travel a little bit before it triggers that thing. So you basically just have to, you still have to set your Z offset. You still have to do a probe calibrate essentially, okay? But now that's a known thing. That will always remain the same pretty much. The only time this would be something you may worry about is if your hot end was like, you're printing peak and you have some hot end that, because metal, when it gets hot, it expands. It just expands so much because you're heating it up so much over that little distance that the heater block is, that it's growing. That would be the only thing. Because right now, there's no heat to worry about with this system. It's not like you got to worry about, like, you know, the soak anymore, the heat soak. It works. Okay. Let's do a QGL, or actually let's do a bed mesh job. Bed mesh, where's my bed mesh? Clear profile, calibrate. The only thing is, if I go to update Clipper on here, we got to flip it over and reflash the MCU, I believe. Do I need to redo input shaper? Technically, yes. You're going to have to redo input shaper because you've gone ahead and you've changed the tool head. Here's the thing. Technically, if you want to be technical, if you take your printer and move it from one bench to another, you should redo your input shaper, because the different benches, unless they're exactly 100% the same, will vibrate differently and will set and have a different input shaper value. Now, how much are we talking? It could be a percent of a chance, or a percentage of a difference. But on paper, anytime you do anything to the way a machine operates, will give you a different input shaper value. The question is, how much of a change is it before it's actually noticeable in anything? That's the thing. So in this case here, we've changed the geometry of the tool head. It's now mounted on a rail, which has added some weight, and we've changed up a few other things. So in this case, you probably do want to rerun your input shaper. Yeah, we've gone from dual MGN 9s to a single MGN 12 and tap, which adds weight. So we've lost a little bit of weight, then we gained a little bit of weight. So. Probe on an axis so much? I don't know. I just set it to 20 by 20 and we're gonna see what happens. And then we gotta move the bed, which is gonna undo all of this. I'll do that later. I'll reset my Z offset because again, my bed is shifted to the left because of a probe that's no longer there. So I'm gonna have to like shimmy my whole bed around. Oh, whoa. Did you overheat? Why did you overheat? Oh! 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 Okay, that's not good. I think the macro for this machine... That'll do it? Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. I'm pretty sure the macro for this machine doesn't have the controller fan turn on. Yeah. Yeah, it overheated. Okay, how do I turn my controller fan on? Controller fan on. How do I turn controller fan on? That's part fan. Hot end fan. How do I just turn it on? How do I turn that on? Well, you know what? Let's do this way. Upgrade fluid. Shh. Yeah, it's still overheated. Yep. Okay, we're gonna. Oh, those are warm. There we go. Yeah, I forgot. This config doesn't turn on the controller fan until the bed's on, unless the bed's on. I don't have a controller fan on my V2 and it's never had. It depends on your voltages and what controller board you're running. This is a Physek Spider with whatever the hell Physek has for their 2209s, 2209s, and it depends on your voltage and whatnot. So might as well update it now. Fine, you're gonna make me do software stuff. Fine, we'll do software stuff. Do software stuff. You want to do software stuff. It has been a hot minute since I've done an update on this thing. Move the bed first. Yeah, like the smash button, ring the bell. If you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, do that right now. Link in the description. Come on. I don't know why this machine takes so long to boot up. probably the ancient fluid install. Okay. Wait, no, that's not it. Where is update? Settings, system. Can I update it from in here? Settings, general, software updates. Check for updates. There we go. Ready, ready. Invalid. So what is it? It's update fluid, then clipper, then moonraker, right? In that order. Now we gotta wait for it to finish checking. Okay, there we go. So there's no update all. So I think it's error OS pack. What's the order? There's supposed to be an order to this, or there was back in the day. Recover is gone. So yeah, we're running Clipper 9.1. Backup config. Good idea. Download. Download. Keep. Clipper, moonraker fluid. Okay. Okay. Update Clipper. I want to update it now. Well, we're doing it because I already pushed the button. Yeah, I'm gonna have to update the firmware for the MCUs, I know. Yeah, this has been, it's probably time we do the update on here. Cause error on config path. That's fine. We can fix it. We can fix it. We have alcohol. And apparently 375 people in chat. One of you knows what to do. Everyone say hi. Chat's too slow for the amount of people here. Everyone say hi. Introduce yourself. Is it your first time watching today? If so, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell. Do the thing that the YouTuber people tell you to do. That's it. Update's finished. Finish. That's it? Or is it still updating it? Oh, okay. Finish. Okay, up to date. Cool. Update fluid. Up to date. Cool. Update moonraker. After I break Clipper, there should be a fixed path script in the moonraker directory. Awesome. Oh, I got the update all button. I should have just hit the update all button. That's new. Move me back into position there. Ah, so much fun. I dread doing these updates. This is why this was on 9.4. So I've skipped 2 full number revisions with this thing. Like, I honestly, I last ran Input Shaper on here when it had an afterburner. It's been a while. Derek, $10. Cheers. Okay, finish. now what? No Moonraker connection. I've updated Moonraker. Chat cannot, members only. Oh, nice. Do I got to do a reboot here? Force refresh. Reconnect. Stand by. SSH time, yeah. Well, I don't know what it's doing. Let's do a reboot. Paths are updated. Okay, how do I fix that? Because I vaguely remember this happening before. I'm just trying to remember how to reboot. Okay. Do you only need to update MCU on major revisions? Usually. Yeah, usually you only have to update your MCU on like a major revision. It's not like every time there's a patch you need to update. It's just like, oh, we've done a big change. Okay, time to do the update. I am losing so many of these micro SD cards. It's ridiculous. Is this a micro SD card? That'll work. That's a reboot. Okay, so we're still getting the bad gateway. So what's going on here? What's going on? What do I do here? Time to connect and connecting. Okay, so no, that's not the command prompt. Cut SSH pi at. Oh. Okay, so I'm in. Continue connecting. Yes. Yes. Okay, so we're in. No, it's the same. It's the same thing. I've SSH'd into it. So apparently there's a script or something. Does anyone have any idea? Link it to me on the Discord, maybe? Oh, jeez. Yeah. I've doomed us all. Okay, let's see here. Well, let's get that MCU updated. Clipper reference, Clipper install. Yeah, I remember because I've done that before. I've done that before. It's been a hot minute since I've done it, and I don't know what exactly to search for to correct this deficiency, if you will. Okay, so I'm assuming this is all the same. So Physec, or actually, Spider. Check Discord. Okay, let me get the Spider updated here. Ooh, back to 100%. Okay. Change log. Okay, where is Clipper? Compile firmware. Download. Marlin. Pfft. Menu config. There we go. Okay. So that STM32446, 12 megahertz crystal. Bootloader offset is 32. Okay. And that looks about right. Okay. Okay, so that seems right. Okay, so escape, save, make clean, make. And that does that. Okay, there's a post in the live stream chat. Okay, CD Moonraker, git pull, skip path. Okay, there we go. So I'll let this do this thing first, and then we'll do that. Get the Win SCP, new site. Skip. Okay. Okay, so clipper.bin, there we go. Get myself one of these doodads. That's a boot drive, shoot. I gotta find an SD card that isn't been turned into a boot drive of some sort. So this one. Format disk, cool. I don't know what was on this. Hopefully nothing important. It's not formatting. Okay, so this the drive's corrupted. What do you cancel format? I can't format it. Okay, maybe let me go look for another SD card. I've got to have some somewhere. I should have like a million of these stupid little things. Oh, here we go. Here's one. You're another boot drive. Well, I'm just going to format you. Hopefully you had nothing important on it. Your Raspberry Pi install. Cool. Hopefully you're not an important Raspberry Pi. Start. Cool. Okay, cool. So we've got that. Clipper out. Clipper.bin, put you over there. Copy. Okay, you're there. What do I gotta name you? What do I gotta name you? What do I name you? No, not CAN bus. Where do I do? Communication interfaces. Cool. What do I name you? Do I name you anything? Okay. Do I have to name you anything special? No? Okay, I guess I don't have to name it anything special. It's just a bin file. Okay, cool. That works, I guess. Okay, so now we got to do this stupid moving stuff. So let's see here. So CD Moonraker. Okay. Git pull. And then that script. Unable to find path. Well, that's awesome. Does it flash over USB? No, you got to do an SD card, unless they've changed it, but make flash. Okay, make flash ain't gonna do shit. Yeah, it's a spider. Uploading firmware. Oh, there we go. Oh, here we go. Shoot. Okay. So uploading firmware. Spider already has a bootloader in it. Whatever. Okay. If you use the So just, okay, we just put in clipper.bin. Okay. Then power up the board. Okay, cool. Spider 1 flash. It's a 446. Well, hey, we've already got this, so I'll just put this in and let it do its thing. We're done. Why make it harder? Okay, so I gotta power cycle it. Oh, look at that. It flashed. Well, it blinked several times. So I'm assuming it flashed. Don't say anything about renaming. It just says copy it. Oh, you need to rename to firmware.bin. Oh, okay, I'm wrong. I'm an idiot. Let me rename it. I are not smart. To firmware.bin. There we go. Big brain. Biggest brain in all of YouTube. So apparently you can flash these over your USB. I'll keep that in mind for the next one. Okay. Turn you off. I don't know, it did the blink several times, so I'm assuming it... Oh, now it's blinking faster. Okay, cool. There's a script to fix Moonraker. Just make the path. Okay. We're waiting for this to all reboot. Okay, so we're back online there. Okay. So let's SSH back into the Pi. Okay, cool. So we're in the Pi. Okay, so let's see here. Just make the path. Okay, make directory. Okay, cool. Because it just says run these, because this is what... Yeah, CD Moonraker. Git pull. Up to date, and it just says that. And it doesn't it. Okay, so according to this, I have to make directory that. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now it's doing stuff. Now it's doing stuff. How old is this fluid install? Many moons ago. Whenever the Spider first came out. So whenever the 5X Spider came out, that's when this Clipper install was. Okay. Launching Moonraker API. Cool. Default parameter in G-code macro pause. What is default parameter E in G-code macro pause? Okay. Filter backup file. There we go. Oh, not having this sucked. Okay. Parameter E. Okay, so let me just get rid of you. Save. Save and restart. Oh, save and restart's nice to have now. Oh, macro is it. Okay, come on. Talk to me. Come on, talk to me. Ooh, look, it's current fluid. I don't know what's different between this and old fluid. Ooh. Oh, hey, buddy. You want to say hi? Okay. Little guy did not have a good time going down. David, gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. Have I pulled the SD card? I have not. Pull the SD card. Do I need to pull the SD card? I don't want to know how many SD cards I have in random machines. Clippy not connected. Yeah, it's not booting up. Okay, so it's not flashed correctly. So let's try a full reboot. Host, shut down. Sometimes that first start is a little janky. Yeah, no, I guarantee you I probably have like 3 or 4 SD cards in random machines that I, completely forgot about after doing a flash. Firmware, or let's see, do we have a firmware.old? Yeah, I got an old .bin, so it flashed. It's just not oh, I might have to update the address maybe. Maybe the address changed or something. Can't lose them if they're in a machine. Oh, okay. Unknown. Unknown what? What do you know? LS serial dev by ID. What do you mean? Do I have to be in the Clipper directory for that? I know. Why aren't you telling me what? What is going on here? Check the dev path. How do I do that? No, it's connected via USB. It's connected via USB. It's connected by the USB. I've already tried a why can't I copy? space. Not command. What the frick is going on here? Yeah, let me plug in a different. Yeah, because this is plugged in via the USBs. Well, here's the thing. It shouldn't matter. Even if it wasn't flashed, it should show up with the LS serial by ID, but reflash the MCU. I just did the flash. We just flashed it. D message. I don't know what any of this shit means. I only have serial 01. Is everything up to date? System configuration. Do we update everything? I think we updated everything. Updates. Where's update sender now? With my Octopus, I had to flash it via make flash rather than SK. Okay, so we'll do make flash then. Screw it. Okay. See clipper. Make menu config. There we go. Check that Moonraker log. Okay. What do you want to know? There you go. Cool. Okay. So that is right. Okay. Escape. Escape. Quit. I'm hitting escape. Why aren't you? There we go. Okay. Make flash. Go! I don't know what it's doing. Did I updated the OS? Where's updates on this now? Configuration, tune, settings, hardware. Where's updates? Where the frick are updates? I don't think there are updates, and I've updated everything. Settings. General, console, general. G-code, thermal presets. Tool, where's updates? At the end. G-code preview. There's hit the gear, scroll to the bottom. I'm at the bottom. apt-get update. Oh, that's right. apt-get update. apt-get update. Go! Do this thing! Pfft. Okay, permission time, whatever. Are you sure the probe is... Ding Chow, that is the dumbest thing somebody said tonight. Okay, the power... Okay. Zoo, we've already taken the SD card out and power cycled it. apt-get upgrade. apt-get upgrade. Cannot lock file. What is going on here? Sudo apt-get update. Oh, I forgot the sudo. Oh, look at this. It's Linux. It's special. Okay, update. Okay, upgrade. Sudo apt-get upgrade. Go. Yes. Go. Sudo go develop an actual operating system that doesn't require you to be a genius to use. Pi's not overheating. Pi's fine. Pi's fine. Yay! Getting a Linux here. Okay, Troy, here's the thing. I took an old laptop, I put Linux on it. I don't get it at all. I put Linux Mint on it. And guess what? It does everything that the laptop did with Windows. It's just slightly faster now because there's less RAM usage hog Windows. But like, I mean, the install was a few clicks. I have an app store to download any app I want. It's an old laptop, so I'm not gaming on it. So now that I've got Linux on it, it's like, cool. It's just, I don't get it. It's slightly more efficient. That's about it. And ooh, free. Windows is free. Let's be honest. Windows is free. Less botnet. Oh, that's true. Mac OS X. I'm tempted to get a Mac just for editing, but then I realize I can't justify that. For product, yeah, I don't do any of that though. So for me, it's like, eh. Yeah, jokes aside, yeah, it's a desktop. Yeah. Like, let's be honest, even my desktop upstairs, what do I use it for? I need to be able to run DaVinci and Fusion 360. Otherwise, the last game I played was Elden Ring. And I watch a lot of YouTube. So, yeah. Echo 2 Papa 2, are you using dev serial TTI in the, I don't know. Configuration macros, oh, not that. Configuration, printer.cfg. MCU, no, I'm using the serial. I got a serial address for it here. It's taking a sweet time to update everything. And then, oh, it's more stable. My desktop has been online for like over a month. I like never, did I finish Elden Ring? I did. I really liked it. I beat all the main bosses. I kind of screwed up some of the timing, so I wasn't able to do everything because apparently like certain things have to be done in certain order, but I put about 70 hours into the game. I beat everyone. The only boss that I actually summoned a person to help with was Melania, because I F that. But every other boss I beat solo. I use summons. Summons are part of the game. I don't care. I used them. I used the Black Knife Tish, and I ran around with the Moonveil Katana, and then a upgraded Uji Katana too. Moonraker update manager in the Moonraker config has new format. That's why there's no update copy Moonraker git. Okay, cool. Back in my day, we had MS-DOS. I had a laptop with MS-DOS for a bit. Oh, wrong button. Oh, wrong button. Right button. It's definitely not a game for everyone. Like it'll punish you. The game will punish you. It's one of those types of games. But you know what? I liked it. It was really fun. I'm waiting on the DLC. I played through it all, and I went to start a new game plus, and then I stopped like after like 20 minutes, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for the DLC and then do another playthrough, because I want to do another playthrough now that I know a bit more about the game. But yeah. Why are we talking Elden Ring? Why not? Somebody asked about it. And obviously, we're waiting on this to finish, so we got nothing else to do. I just want the weather to not be shit out, so I can go fly my quadcopters. I got this guy all built up now. Got my long range. I got some batteries coming in. I should be able to keep it under 250 too. Am I going to Murph? Yes. I gotta talk to David about Murph. What is everyone? Okay, so we got Murph, we got Earth, we got Smurf. What is everyone calling the Rocky Mountain rep rap? Is it Remurf? Like what are you calling the Rocky Mountain? Because all the other ones you can say as a word, except for Rocky Mountain rep fest. What controller do I use for my quad? Whatever one they have. Two of them. No, one. Yeah, they're all different. So like this one's got this is a Happy Model Mobulus 7, that whatever it came with. This Odonata HD is a beta FPV AIO with a secondary VTX and ELRS receiver. My Apex 3 is basically built with what was left of an HG LRC XJB 145. So whatever FC that came with is in here. My LR4 has a Speedy B F7 mini stack because the original stack blew up, and with an 1100 milliamp hour GNB battery, this is exactly 250. If the math is right. I'm still waiting on the battery to come in. And then I got a Beta 7 or a Baby Hawk, and it's whatever this one came with too. I lost my hook. A hook. But yeah, they're pretty much whatever they came with, except for the LR4. That's the only one I've swapped out a flight stack on. Okay, so that's done. So now okay, let me get this LS serial ID stuff. Okay, cool. Copy. Can I? Nope, not that. Cool. It's still not like, why aren't you telling me? Like, what is going on here? Because the MCU's flashed. The MCU flashed. Restart, reboot. Okay. Post, reboot. Yeah, let that reboot. No dev serial. Yeah, I had that happen the other day on something. I can't remember what it was. It's not connecting via USB. Well, I haven't changed anything hardware-wise, and it was before. The Delta. Oh yeah, yeah. It was the Delta was doing that, but then we ended up just doing it over UART, didn't we? And that kind of just made it all work, I think. Which stuff came in for the Delta, by the way? Okay, so now, okay, we're back online. Why aren't you showing it? Cannot access no such file or directory. Unknown. What is going on here? LSUSB. Go. There you go. A bad flash. Okay. How do I flash it? Well, here's the thing. I can't even flash it over USB because I can't even pick it up in the stupid thing. Like, okay, there, delete that. Okay. Clipper.bin. Copy. Paste clipper.bin. Oh, reconnect. Skip. Okay. So there's that. Rename it firmware. Okay. The only thing I could think of is for some reason, like, you know how it saves your make flash settings when you set it up? I had a 64 kilobit offset in the bootloader originally, and now I don't. Push the button. Okay, it flashed. Okay. Now it's flashing again. Going beep, 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 beep. That's the flash button. The flash button is flashing. Wait. What? If you choose a 32, you need to flash the spider board. Okay, so I probably have like a stupid original. Oh, it stopped flashing. Okay, let's see. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna go back to 64 kilobit bootloader and see if that works, because that's what I had originally. Yeah, it's still not working. Oh, oh, cloud connecting. No, maybe not. Okay. Make menu config. Okay, so let's go back to the. Let's set this back to 64 kilobit, because that's what it was originally. Yes. Yeah, see, old bin. So it did flash, it's just not working. May have to make flash clean or clear. I just did make flash make clean. I did the what is it? Make clean make. Where'd it go? Where did you go? Why are you... Okay, cool. That's done. Cool. Okay. So there's that. 918. So let me okay, let me go back up. How do I refresh? That's not my, where'd it go? It's not 918. Create a clipper.bin. Is it? Why is this not the same? Why is this the same time? Where's refresh? Okay, there we go. Okay, copy, paste. Took a minute there. Firmware.bin. Okay, cool. Take you out, put you in here. Okay, I'm gonna power cycle it. Okay, it's flashing again. Now we let that do. Kiao. I will never use Kiao. After like, so I've got a bad taste with Kiao going back way back to the original days. because the original, when Kiao came out, he tried to put out a version that stripped all the Voron branding out of mainsail during like very early development of it and broke a bunch of stuff because he didn't know what he was doing. So because of that, I just don't bother with it. I know it's way past that point, but I just flash it, normally install. There we go. Okay. Moonraker has failed. Please check your logs and restart Moonraker Update Manager. There we go. We're good. So yeah, it looks like it was the 84 kilobit up, 64 kilobit offset that was, okay, so I need to update my bed. So what do I use for a bed thermistor? What do I have in this guy as a bed thermistor? What do I have as a bed thermistor in here? Because they should be the same. Thermistor generic 3950. Okay. Save and restart. Okay, so Moonraker has failed plugin. Check your logs, update your configurations. So update manager. Where's update manager? How do I, where's update manager? I still can't just turn on the controller fan, which is kind of annoying. Okay, how do I update? How do I update Moonraker? I already updated Moonraker. What's this? Snooze. Cool. Moonraker.conf. What about it? Moonraker.conf. What do I change? Add some lines. Okay, so let's see here. Moonraker.conf. Where the update manager is. Wait, where is the path fix script? Where? Yeah, I just added that and it's still. Or how about I just copy this whole bloody thing and just switch over to this? So here's a moonraker.conf. So we'll just go in here, take this Moonraker conf, and we'll just get rid of the whole thing. We'll just put this one. Does that seem okay? Let me close. Let me download this first. Download that. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna delete all this and put this in here. And save and restart. There we go. We're good. Okay. There we go. Good to go. Sweet. There we go. There we go. History, job, sweet. System. Okay, configuration, printer. Where's my fan? So let's see what the fan is set up like. Heater fan, heater controller fan. Okay, so how do I have my controller fan set up in this guy? Controller fan. So yeah, it only kicks on when the bed's on, it looks like. So how do I make it just turn on at any point? Like, David's here. Hi, David. Okay, well, let's just go back to what we were doing before. I mean, I could just turn the bed on. We'll just turn the bed on and call it a day. How's that? We'll just turn the bed on to like 30 degrees and then we'll just do it. So there we go. 35, go. Wait for that fan to kick on. That fan's on. Cool. We'll let the bed heat up for a minute and then we'll do our bed mesh. Make it a controller fan instead of a heater fan. Is it? I thought I already had it as a controller fan. Heater fan, hot end fan, fan. Oh, just make it a controller fan. Yeah, I guess you're right. I have it. Yeah, they're both like that. Heater fan, controller fan. So just make it controller fan then, I guess, eh? So controller fan. Yeah, there you go. Controller fan is not a valid thing. What do you mean? Controller fan, kickstart time. Controller fan, oh, I see. I see. There we go. Ba-ba-ba-da. Controller fan. Oop, what'd I do? Wrong button. So anyway, David's here. Everyone say hi, David. Did I say that? There we go. Save it. There we go. Cool. So now, if I home you, it kicks on. Yay! There we go. Okay, it's on. Sweet. So I'm gonna move my bed now. Okay, let's do a quick QGL. Yeah, there we go. Now it's nice and cool. There we go. So we're back online. There we go. That wasn't too hard. That wasn't too hard at all. We've only, you know, wasted an hour. Like, I could be adventurous. If you guys want me to be adventurous, let me move my... The Windows button is saying update too. I could push that button too. Wasted. It's content. Exactly. Okay, so here's something you can't do on a bamboo. Are you ready? Ready? Are you ready for this? Ready? This is what you can't do on a bedroom. G1, X0, Y0, Z10. On a bamboo, you go boop, 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 and just tap it a million times because you can't just do a super simple, you know, command like that on a bamboo. Can't. No, that'd be too hard. You don't need access to the console. You don't. We know. This is my 2.5 mil. Where's my 2.4? I need to buy an actual set of these drivers. There you are. There's a, oh no, you could send G-code, but you have to send it as like a G-code file. Like you have to like wrap it up as a G-code file, like you're about to print something. You can't just, you know, well, at least the front of the bed's on. You can't just, you know, have it as a file. Or you can't just, there's no console at all. Does not exist. In China, bed probes you. There we go. So I think now I'm going to get full travel out of this thing. Or near full travel. Actually, 1 second here. Where is disable motors? Motors off. Yeah, that works. Okay, cool. Home all. So what do we have here for my configuration? What is my X and Y limits at? X 250, Y 250. So I get the full 250 finally on this thing. Oh. So the fun thing about tap, guess what? Just homed fine. That would have been bad if this wasn't tap. The bet on this is actually 250 by 250, I believe. Actually, no, it's over, but on my mat, everything's made up for 250, so I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, let's QGL this thing. And then we're gonna do our big fancy bed mesh. What are the benefits of tap? Well, yeah, clicky would have been fine too, that's true. But our old pal El Charo Probo would have had a serious issue. So what are the advantages of tap? Well, you're using your nozzle itself as your probe, okay? So you're probing the actual surface that you are printing on. The advantage of that is, if you want, you can just throw whatever you want on this and print on it. So if you want to print using a granite slab as your bed, go for it. You want to throw a mirror on here? Go for it. Yeah, we did a probe accuracy test. It's 1 microstep. We got 0.00. We had a variance of 0.0011 millimeters, and that was at 16 microstep. So we're limited by the microstep. So now we're gonna do a big ol' honkin' bed mesh. A 20 by 20 bed mesh, just to see, you know, what we get. I did home Z. Did I home Z? I did a QGL. Isn't homing part of QGL? Oh shit, good point. Let me home. Let me restart. Come on. Okay. So, oh, come on, boot up, Clipper. I just hit the E-stop. It shouldn't cause you that many issues. There you go. Cool. Hold on. Okay, QGL. I could really speed this up. BL Touch doesn't like chamber jumps. Nope, and BL Touch is actually pretty sensitive to electronic interference too. So if you're running a bunch of wiring in the tool head by the probe, it can actually cause issues too, apparently, I've heard. So ever since I moved the points out, it's taking longer. It used to be usually after 2 it would be good, but ever since I moved the points out so that we're like probing right at the edge, because we can do that now, it's usually like 3 passes. Yeah, there we go, 0.025. Okay, so now that's done. Home all, and then we'll do our big old honking bed mesh. Okay. Clear profile, calibrate. And the fan's on, so we shouldn't overheat this time. Can't believe I forgot about that. That was a dummy mistake by me. How much weight? It adds about 40 grams. About 40 grams. So. You can run whatever nozzle you want with tap. You need 500 to 600 grams of actuating force. Oh, the tool's cold. The tool's cold right now. Am I running Revo? Yes, I am running Revo on all my machines. No. Every machine I've built in the past year has Revo on it. Except for this. This has an XG. Revo. And then a bunch of machines that I don't have out right now because I'm not actively using them have Revos. I don't do high-speed printing, so I pretty much run Revos on everything. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, whew. I'm like, where did my ADXL go? Ruby nozzle, maybe. Yeah, tap needs a rigid bed. You have to be using a rigid bed for tap. If you don't have a rigid bed, it won't work. You have to have CW2. You don't have to have CW2. This is a an LGX, but you need an extruder that mounts from the front. On the original tool head, so the original MGN, the dual MGN 9, and the first beta versions of Stealth Burner, the tool head, the extruder mounted with bolts from the rear, so from behind. Now it mounts from the front. It makes it a lot easier. You need a tool head like that with the front mounted. So it doesn't have to be a CW2, but it has to be a CW2 compatible extruder. So. Why did I tell it to do 20 by 20? Yeah, tap doesn't even work on switch wire. Set up a 100 by 100. Gonna add a bed mesh? No, because this is a rigid system. Okay, so here's my thinking. If you have a system like a Trident or V2, you don't need to run a bed mesh every print. You run your bed mesh, you save it, because on startup, what happens is your machine trams the gantry to the bed, or the bed to the gantry. So that way it's always in the same position. And then when you print, your mesh loads, okay? So on a machine like a switch wire, where you can't tram your gantry, okay, or a Prusa running the original firmware, because you can't tram your gantry, yeah, you might save your bed mesh, okay? But what happens is when you start up and you home, what happens if your one lead screw shifted and your gantry is now a little bit? Now your bed mesh is gone. So you run a bed mesh. So systems where you can't tram the gantry out or tram the bed out to the gantry, I run a bed mesh before every print, okay? Systems where you can do it, I only run a bed mesh once. I might update it every now and then. And then just run with it, basically. Am I going to Nerf? I need to speak to some people because unfortunately it's in another country and flying involved. So it's it would be a somewhat costly trip. So I need to get I got to do the YouTuber shilling thing. So it do be how it is though. It do be how it is though. Although I do find it kind of funny that it's in Colorado near Denver on the weekend just after the 20th of April. My bed's fortunately, this bed right here is 5 years old. This is a 5-year-old bed, and a good chunk of its life it had a just a sheet of PI stuck to it, and I've chiseled many a print out of this bed. So this bed has had a not gentle life, put it that way. Yeah, it's high times for it. It's the weekend. It's like the 22nd or 23rd. It's whatever weekend is the weekend after 420. What about Smurf? Okay, Smurf, I've penciled it in, but again, if Remurf is a logistical financial kind of hurdle, England is another. So join the Higher Mile High Club for. So here's the funny thing. I don't partake in the devil's lettuce at all, which as a Canadian might shock you. I enjoy my spirits. I don't smoke the wacky tobacco, as the U's say. Canada needs a rep. I would love there be one. The thing is, it would probably be in Toronto, or it would be in the middle of nowhere. That's the thing. It's either in Toronto. I could see Montreal maybe, but then where else would it be? Like, okay, maybe, well, GTA, maybe in London or whatever, but like, yeah. Looking forward to Boop. Boop will be cool, but it's still in development, so. Chilliwack, BC. Yeah. Vancouver, maybe. But the problem is, here it is. Okay, here's the problem. It's in one of the 5 big cities in Canada. And all of those cities are anywhere from 5 to 10 to 15 hours apart from each other. Vancouver's on the other side of the country. Vancouver's a 3-day drive for me. So that's the problem. Oh. I thought we were done. It's cool watching it move. Change my setup G code? No. I functionally really, like, you don't have to change much in your G code to get this set up. You just update a few things. You just tell it basically, hey, the nozzle's a probe now. Send it. No offset. Toronto, Montreal aren't that far away. True, there are what? It's like, well, I'm down in Windsor, so it's like 3 to 4 hours to Toronto, depending on if you want to get to one side of Toronto or the other in traffic. And then another, what, 7 hours, I think, to Montreal? Probing speed, it's default. Okay. There's my bed mesh. And if you're wondering about the variance, it's 0.1375 millimeters. It's bumpy looking, but not really. Show flat plane. So if this was a flat plane, this is what it would look like. So that's not bad. So they're showing like one high point. I actually have glue stick on it. 1 second here. You know what's funny? This is where all the glue stick is, right around here. Which is right around here. How much of that is textured? Well, it's textured PI, it's a Fabrico sheet, right? So, okay, we'll do an input shaper and then I'll get a print going, I guess. So let's get this mounted. Okay, let's again do the thing that G1, X125, Y125, Z50, F6000. Go! Bamboo can't do that. Literally dicking around with that thing, doing like testing and whatnot. After the whole, what are we gonna call it? What are we gonna call it? After the whole, safety gate incident, made me really miss the fact or like not like the fact it doesn't have a console, because you can't just easily tell it to do things. It's like, well, no, actually I'm gonna make you tap this button a million times to move. I need a, dang it. I really need to clean my desk off. It is kind of a mess right now. Will you work? You will work. So this has a built-in ADXL mount. Easy peasy. I need shorter screws for this. Shoot. M3 button heads. M3 button heads. Do I have short M3 button heads? M3. What are you? What are you? You are not a button head, but I can make you work. You're M2.5. You're not what I need. How do I have like no short M3 screws? Where are all my, I gotta buy M3 screws. I am way low on M3 screws. I'm thinking of putting this on backwards. Shoot, I gotta turn around. It was on the other way. I don't think I've ever actually used the mount for this. I've never actually used the Stealth Burner 80XL mount. Oh, no, it does fit. It does fit. There is clearance for it. Okay. Why aren't you going in your hole? Dang it, come on. Yeah, we're just gonna do one screw it. Oh wait, no, it does go the other way. Shoot, I'm blind. I am an idiot. It does go the other way. Oh no. My 80XL doesn't, the hole pattern doesn't fit the mount. Screw it. We're just gonna use one screw then. Good enough. My 80XL doesn't match the holes don't line up with the mount by like quite a bit. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Yo-ho lo-ho. Okay, plug you in. There we go, plug you in. The printed part. Oh, there's a printed part. Cool. I didn't print the printed part. Maybe that's why. Well, I'm just mounting it directly. Again, I've never used it. Okay, so system, config, add, upload, downloads, 80XL. Okay. So now I need what? Oh, no. There we go. Clipper, STM. There we go. Boo, boo, boo. Copy. 80XL. There we go. Save. Close. Include 80xl.cfg. Save and restart. Actually, wait 1 second. We need to go right in the middle. Save and restart. Waiting for it to boot up. Why are you taking so long? Come on. You've talked. You know this works. Now you shouldn't have to do numpy anymore. You should just, it should just plug in. Because we updated this the other day. This is running the newest, like the latest firmware. And there's our serial ID. Why are you, what is going on here? You set your MCU serial instead of the AXL. I didn't change anything. There's our, oh wait, no. No, where's my ADXL? Oh, I probably got to reboot the computer or restart the system for it to show up. Host, reboot. Yeah, I probably got to reboot that. Yeah, that's the MCU. I'm assuming you can't hot plug with Clipper, I guess. In the meantime, I gotta put the cover on this because wires bouncing around will affect your settings. Technically, so will not having the enclosure on it, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Okay, how am I going to fit you all in here? You're just going to all kind of jam under there. Nope, not that one, this one. Nope, not that one. Where's my 2.5? There we go. There we go. When in doubt, just shove it under a rock. Okay. There we go. Okay, so it's this guy. Copy. Save and restart. Now I need a zip tie. I just crunched something. Okay, there's that. And now I need where is my Bowden tube for this? I don't know where my reverse Bowden for this went. Where did my reverse Bowden for this go? Don't tell me it fell behind this. I hope it didn't fall behind that. I got a feeling it fell behind that. What? I got a feeling it fell behind that. Okay, whatever. If you're actually, oh yeah, so many people don't know the twisted extrusion is a thing. It's kind of funny. Like it's ridiculous how many people do not realize twisted extrusions are a thing and how badly they can screw you up. And it's not just twisted extrusion. It's like anything twisted in the motion system can screw you up. So, okay, so let's run this. So, where is the command to let this just do its thing? Max smoothing. Is it shape or calibrate? Shape or calibrate, yeah. Cool. You do your thing. Oh. I don't have numpy? Oh man, oh, this is an old install, that's why. This is an old install of... Okay. How do I not have numpy? Okay, well. Install numpy. Yes. Yeah, I ain't got no numpy. Okay, so let's see what's under this. Behind door number 1. Oh my god. Okay, what do we got here? What do we even have here? We got metal filament. I still got to print with this. We've got a bed, a flex plate. That's good. Got some filament, Panels. I don't know what these panels are for. Micron. Got to put those on the Micron at some point. Micron parts. Okay, stuff from the Micron build that never ended up getting put on the Micron. Is that my Bowden? That is not my Bowden. But that is my power cable that I'm going to need. Okay, so that's back there. So you're not my Bowden. You're not my mom. So then where did my Bowden go? That's going to be annoying. Oh, here it is. I am the blind. Okay, so that's done. So now we do this. There we go. It's been a while since I've used Tallboy. Tallboy, the problem is with Tallboy is perfectly fine. There is nothing wrong with Tallboy other than it's probably having a really outdated clipper install right now. Actually, it's newer than this, or was newer than this. The thing with Tallboy is I just don't use it. I don't need a printer that tall that often. And the times that I did this here, I used the V400. So Tallboy's just chilling down there. Yeah. Forgot how long it takes to install numpy. It's a good thing it comes with your clipper install now. 3B is fine. 3B is fine. People run Vorons on Pi 02s. Did I install the panels? Oh, they're right there, so no. Come on, numpy. Why is it taking so long to install numpy? Numpy. If I had more room, I would use... Okay, so here's the problem. Pretty much all the printers I use are the printers on this shelf, okay? So that's pretty much it. I don't have room for Tallboy because I can justify using these ones more. So yeah, that's the kind of the downside with Tallboy is just I would use it more if I had it in a better position where I could just use it. But it's like down there. I can't easily load filament in it. There's like no room. It's just kind of in a shitty spot. What does numpy do? Numpy is the thing that does all the math behind input shaper. So it does all the calculations and everything. So that's why it can't run on a Pi 0, for example, because it literally can't run numpy. It does not have enough power to do it. How is it attached to the head? With a screw. Did I actually print the mount? I don't know if I printed the mount. I did not. So I just bolted it to the tool head and we're calling it a day. We're missing 134 likes. Make sure you like that smash button. Did I measure access noise? I did not. It's not loose. It's tight. That ain't moving anywhere. You can still use the results. So here's the thing. To run input shaper, you need a Pi 3B or better. A Pi 02 will run input shaper, by the way. However, once you have the values for input shaper, you can run it on a Pi 0. You just put the values in your config. So to run input shaper, you need a Pi 3B or Pi 02, which are the same thing, or Pi 3A or better. To use input shaper, it doesn't matter, really. Still installing, holy shit. Was my most used printer? This guy. This is my most used printer. That's why I don't mess with it. I'm very much, if it ain't broke, don't mess with it type person. So this has been sitting basically like I didn't mess with anything because it worked and I just used it. Like I didn't print any of this on it, but like, let's see here. Let's look at some quality. So all the green on this was printed on LDO with the 0.6 Obsidian. Okay. This was printed on the bamboo. And if you get it on the right camera angle, yeah, so this is bamboo stock PLA silk profile. And this is my just generic normal ABS profile that I use on all my Vorons. So it's got some heavy ghosting, Ware, VFA, whatever the hell you want to call it. So, but it is what it is. Why are you frozen? Just keep doing the numpy stuff. I shouldn't have had to install numpy. I've run input shaper on this before. Why did I need to reinstall numpy? So, yeah, wood grain. It's wood grain for the stock, so you know. I love you can HK slap this. I don't have any of the elastic bands in it. Actually, get some. Maybe, I think it froze. It's been stuck here for a bit. I see that trigger discipline. What trigger discipline? You don't have to worry about trigger discipline when the trigger is not installed. There ain't no trigger to discipline. Plus, that's like complete like muscle memory for me now. It's next week's video. I got all the parts for it I gotta put together. Aren't those banned up here? No. Come on. Do something. Are you doing something? Do something. Most legal gun. Yeah, like I'm gonna put that in my safe next to my AR and my double stack 1911s. Like, we do have the pew pew in Canada. It's just kind of really dumb rules around them. It is compiling stuff. Oh, is this that Linux thing you guys were talking about? Open another. Yeah, just run it again and make them. It'll work twice as fast. Look at me, I'm Linuxing. You select a test, it'll freeze. Hit escape on that window. Still, it's at the same position. Hasn't moved. I put Linux Mint on my little computer we keep in the living room. Oh, it's done. Client loop, send, disconnect, connection, reset. Are we done? Do I need to restart my printer? I'm gonna restart my printer, maybe? Oh, it's... All I want to do is make plastic boat. Is it that hard? I just want to make plastic boat. I just want to make plastic boat. What is going on here? Connection timed out. Try again. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're back online. Clipper, input shaper. So let's go back to installing numpy again. Bloody hell. Go numpy. Okay, maybe that's done. Okay, accelerometer query, okay. Okay, so that's working. Home all. Shaper, calibrate, go! It's doing the shimmy! Shake it, baby! Okay, so if you're wondering, those are the original values. Back when you had to like a nut fell out of my printer. Somehow moving the camera caused it to freeze. Moving the camera caused it to die on me. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's one of the panel nuts. Somehow we still have more people in chat now. Literally, this whole stream is me dealing with firmware updates, and like, I could have printed the boat. I could have printed the bloody boat and moved on and done all this off stream. But don't update it. You gotta update it. Okay, I'll update it. And next thing you know, everything breaks. I moved my camera, now the camera don't work on it. Where is it? Where is it? Somebody posted it. Somebody always posts it. There it is. Today's stream in a nutshell. Right there. At least it's done. True. True. I'll always freely admit, I am a hardware guy. I am not a software person. Software is not my thing. What's the real hobby? Printing the boat, plastic boat, or build? Well, unfortunately, this isn't a hobby for me anymore. This is kind of my job, so. So make sure to like and subscribe. Ring that bell. Do the thing the YouTuber people tell you to do. What are we at right now? It's still going. No, this is not your job. Your job is to make us watch. That is true. I'm supposed to dance like a monkey. Whatever happens in between that happens. Oh, we're done. We're done. Okay, let's see. What's the magic number? Humpy I 57.2 hertz and MZV on the Y 41.3. Save config. There we go. So I'm pretty sure I don't need this part anymore. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this was all depreciated. Okay. Because that's depreciated, because now at the bottom we have this. Save and restart. There we go. What's up with the temperature? What temperature? What temperature? This? Oh, that's a Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi is very snappy. Okay, cool. So we got input shaper done. Configuration, printer.cfg. Delete that line. Save restart. Unplug you. Okay, now I gotta get something actually printing on this machine before we call it. And I'm on the wrong camera. Too humpy eye. Well, you also remember, I'm gonna be rerunning this once, you know, the belts are tight, because my belts aren't tight. They're actually, yeah, they're not tight. My belts aren't tight. I don't have my panels on. I've got wiring hanging everywhere. This is literally like stopgap for now. Print boat. You want me to print boat? I print boat. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, so V2 250. We're gonna print with the PLA rat rate config, because that's actually a pretty good PLA config. V2.4, discard. Downloads. There's Benchy. Benchy. Cool. Slice down. We're gonna print it at Voron settings, because why not? I need some filament in this bitch. This works. Oh, there goes more filament or screws. Cool. Okay, export G code, save, bump, bump, upload and print. Prints. Cool. We print a boat. At 11 o'clock. Which means today's stream going long again, apparently. Also, I do have to print the actual proper part out so I can do the input shaper properly. So now we're waiting on the bed to heat up. Why did my camera stop working? Camera, where's camera? Where are the camera setups? Right, camera. That's all. I don't know, my camera just stopped working. I moved the thing and my camera don't work no more. Yeah, maybe we gotta reboot it. Did I unplug it? I don't think I unplugged it. Oh, it's still plugged in. Oh well. Probably a reset will fix it, but who knows? Have I looked into Mobile Raker? I have not. Because I've got pies. I don't really have a need to. So if I did, it would be for a video, and people have already done videos on it. So yeah. Oh yeah, we're not doing the bed probe. No, God no, we're not doing that bed probe. That's just a bed mesh. I wanted to see how it came out. How tight are these? Because I want to get some print hours on this before I do a final belt tune, and then actually, normally, like, remember, we just rebuilt a whole gantry, okay? Normally, in all new belts, normally I don't run input shaper until like a couple days in of printing. Like you gotta let the machine break itself in and get to like its happy medium before you go and run input shaper, because stuff settles. Belts become kind of loose. Like it takes a bit. So I don't know when the stream's actually going to end. We're going to let it print for a bit. I'll probably top up my drink here. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, link in the description. I'm gonna have to update that. Oh, because my macro. Yeah, let me see here. Configuration, macros. Where is my bed mesh? Yeah, I gotta drop this down to 150. Close. I gotta update that. Oh, don't call me. You got time to enter still. You shouldn't have to re-rack your gantry. What's the circular white thing between 2.4 and X1 carbon? Let me try it. It's my biggest fan. No, this was like, I was at Crappy Tire and they had it on for like $5. And it's a fan, right? Just a fan. But I can extend it that long. You can compress it down to this. It's USB powered. You plug in a USB. And it has a 4,000 milliwatt hour battery in it. So I could just move it wherever. So this is just kind of my generic, I need a fan. And I paid like $5 for it. It was on like clearance. So yeah. So you can actually charge your phone with it because it's got a 4,000 milliamp hour battery in it. Yeah, it's like $5. So I was like, ah, sure, whatever. It's come in handy so many times because it's just like, I need a fan. Mod it for a camera stand. I haven't tried, I'm not taping my phone to sticks to record videos anymore, folks. I actually do have some equipment. I know, you know, from the state of things, it's still, you know, sketch city in here. Don't look at the floor, but like, I do have some production values. I do have, you know, dedicated cameras for videos and whatnot. Sometimes. It's not always sketch. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be annoying. So I'm gonna have to change all my macros because again, any probing is at, yeah, so I'm gonna have to change my startup macro again. Print pause, gantry level. So print start, the printer is, so heat to 150. So I gotta delete this. Before, actually no, I gotta move this. So delete that and move that after that home. So actually I don't need this, I don't need this home either. Oh. Save and close. Why'd you stop? Why'd you stop? Extrude below minimum temp. Yeah, okay, that's why. Okay. Okay, so 1 second here. I know what happened. Because my macro, yeah, so now, okay, so there's param extruder. Okay, so there we go. Heat nozzle. So do that. Print. Okay, cool. Save and restart. Okay, cool. Try this again. Yeah, I gotta. Try again. Reprint. Try this again. Tripod part. I'm not gonna mount my camera to a printed tripod. Do you have to be on Twitch to win filament? I don't stream on Twitch. If you want to win filament, there's a link in the description. I give away 1 spool a stream. That's it. I don't stream on Twitch. I do content, not just giveaways. Although Maker Deck is cool. I like Maker Deck. I'll put that on every now and then if I just want something on in the background. So shout out to Maker Deck. What the most dated Clipper printer? Well, this was Clipper from whenever the Spider came out. So I could tell you because I did a video on it. Okay, so May, so almost 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, a little over a year and a half ago, is when we put this in. Oh my God, look at the little beard on this baby. Look at that. The camera was higher. Was the camera higher back then? The camera was higher. Yeah, the camera was higher and it looked more down the wall. The camera now is further out from the wall and is on a little bit lower. Yeah. I know. I think this was before yeah, this was back when I didn't have the good camera too. Are you extruding anything? You are not. And I'm gonna have to live adjust that.
According to this guy, that's wrong.
There's something coming out of the nozzle. 1 second. Pause.
So, if you're not using the FISEC, like the
cancel?
positive and negative is backwards.
1 second here. I gotta heat this up again. Where is my temps? Temps are over there. Okay. 220. Let's extrude 50 milliliters. I got no filament in the. I got nothing in the barrel. Extrude. There we go. Okay, reprint. Let's try this again. What did I have in there before? Purple. Oh, it was ABS. That's why it was being a pain to...
Oh, there it is.
So
is
turn
that
off
an
my
issue if
old...
you have two bad 85 bags? I don't think it's an issue.
Cool. Hello from a post-football world. Is that football or football? Like, are we talking football or hand egg? Because I live in Canada, so both are valid. Hand egg, okay. Let's go Eagles. Did they get a home run? Huh. What's going on here? For some reason, this screen ain't working. Why is my panel do not working? I just realized my panel do is not working. I better not have to go through the whole setup with the panel do again. They scored a birdie? That's good. That's awesome. Yeah, my panel do's not updating. Let me see here. You think it would give an error if something was wrong with the panel do? Printer. Heater bed probe. Hot end fan idle. Where is panel do? I'm gonna have to play around with that and figure out where is... I don't know. I gotta figure something. They changed something. Oh, they changed something in mainsail. I gotta figure out why the panel do is not working. I can't remember if it worked at all. Okay, so now it's heating up. I might have to live adjust my Z too. An FL Sun SR done a direct drive. People have. I think ModBot has a video on it. Okay, so let's see. So I'm probably gonna have to live adjust this Z. Maybe not. I am. Let's drop that down a bit. Drop it down a bit. Drop it down a bit. There we go. I think we're good there. No, IZ offset is way out. Yeah, IZ offset's way out. Oops. Pause. Cancel. Save and restart. There we go. I should probably clean this bed too. Any word on the massive giveaways? If you won, you've been contacted. Everyone's been contacted. The only thing that hasn't shipped yet is the person that won the white elephant. Your prize should ship Monday. Why are you freezing on me? What's going on here? I told it to reboot and it's not rebooting because I went to go ship it out this week and the UPS store that I was going to ship it out from was actually closed. So that will be shipping out this week. It's all packaged up and everything. But everyone else, if you won, you've been contacted. What did you win, Keith? DM me on the Discord what prize you think you won and your email address, and I'll verify. Because I'll be honest, I've had a few people reach out to me. There's probably like a lot of key C's, like, because it just says the first name and the last initial. There was a lot of people who thought they won that didn't. If you won and you filled out the right information, you've been contacted. You should have been contacted by now. Because I forwarded all the information to all the winners, or to the company's respective, to take care of all that. Okay. Dang it! I'm gonna have to get my panel do all set up again. My panel do's not connecting. And my camera's upside down. Camera. Flip vertically. Save. Okay, why can't I edit this? I have to, okay, fluid. I gotta go into settings, cameras, camera, flip vertically. I already flipped it. I did flip it vertically. Save. Oh. I flipped you vertically. Why didn't you flip? Home, settings, cameras, camera, flip vertically, save. Why aren't you flipping? Settings. Why is there no live display for the camera? That's annoying. There's no live display. Rotate by 180. Save. There we go. Okay, so move you down so I can actually see the whole bloody bed. There we go. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. Print that. So yeah, my panel do is not working. Shoot, I'm gonna have to go do the whole update again. Just wondering, why doesn't he use? I use both. I used fluid for a while, and now I'm using mainsail kind of more recently. But this machine originally had fluid, because for a while fluid had a little bit more than mainsail. It just depends on when I built the machine. It just depends on when I built the machine, really. I stopped using it for a bit because development was paused, but it's back up again, so I figured, why not? I mean, they both do the same thing. There we go. Oh yeah, for the CAN bus board. So I have the LDO kit. So I have a V2.1 spec tap board. The one that can potentially go Sparky Spark. I'm feeding it 5 volts and it's working. So okay, so now it's going to heat up to the actual print temp. Do the self burner. You need a pancake stepper. If you go on the Voron Design website, go to vorondesign.com, go to printers, you go to sourcing guide. Okay, at the bottom, there should be Voron Stealth Burner. And this will tell you all the parts you need for Stealth Burner, along with some helpful links if you need them. So for the motor, you need a NEMA 14 36 millimeter. There you go. I just turn the speed down so I can make sure I can dial in this first layer. There we go. Is there any real advantage? So the original board was a 5 volt, but the reason it's 24 volt or 24 volt is nice is for a lot of people that are just running a stock setup with like an Omron probe, or they're running like a PL08 or LO5, and they're running 24 volts to the tool head already. So this way, with a 24 volt tool head or board, you can literally just feed it 24 volts that's already there. You don't have to do anything under the hood. Like literally, you don't have to do anything under your printer. You don't have to look at your controller board at all. You just unplug the probe, plug in the switch, or plug in the board, and you're good to go. So that's the advantage of the 24 volt. Is it just makes it easier for those that have legacy setups. This one, you know, I could just switch a jumper and switch between 5 and 24 volts. It depends, but like there are still people running dual ramps setups. So it's nice to have compatibility. That's one of the things that Voron keeps in mind, is going forward compatibility with legacy devices. Like even the frame is the same size. We haven't changed the frame size on the V2. We've lost build volume in the Z because we refuse to change the frame spec. Any benefits to tap first clicky? You're probing with the nozzle itself versus something that's offset. Watch my video on twisted gantries to find out why that can be an issue. No docking mechanism, no extra macros. It's a lot simpler. Like literally you just tell it you have a probe and the probe is the nozzle with 0 offset and off you go. Where clicky, you have a lot of macros and a lot of setting up. Once it's working, you're probably not going to notice too much of a difference, but you know, having a simpler setup might be something a little more beneficial to some people. I'm actually like, so I'm going to be doing this all again because I have a second kit and I'm going to be putting it in this guy. So this guy's getting a full-on stealth burner, clockwork 2, and clicky, or correction, tap install on this guy. So yeah, there's more that could go wrong with clicky. Plus, this actually has a failure point. This is designed that if you do a big old fat Z negative China, there's it breaks in a known spot. There's a fail safe in it. Like it'll fail safely instead of potentially, you know, twisting your gantry. So if you do a big old fat Z negative China with your tool head, it'll break in a part where it's like it's just a printed part. You print a replacement, you put it back together, you're good to go. So it is designed so the front falls off. Yes. Yes, it does. Well, no, you take it, Sanity, you take it outside the environment. Take it outside the environment before that happens. I will say, I'm really digging the purple. I'm really happy how the purple turned out. And I think I'm lucky and these aren't rubbing. Let me just kind of shift that over. If these are rubbing, they're barely making a noise. Yeah, sweet, I'm lucky. Again, this machine has carbon fiber XY motor mounts that I did a video on. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. So this is actually the first time they're being used. So it's good to see it actually works. Thankfully, we'll see how long it lasts once it's enclosed in printing ABS for a while. The original probe that was on here for 3 years is a Zhejiang $3 PL05 probe, and it's toasty, and guess what? It still worked. So what time is it? We'll probably, you know what? I'll let it run to 11:45. We'll call it at 11:45. We'll let it print for a bit and then, yeah. Yeah, this is resin. This front cover is resin. I printed it on resin. It's been a while. It hasn't been a year, but it's been a while. Because I wanted to see how long resin would last in a heated environment inside a print chamber. But the thing is, remember, there's no forces involved in the stealth burner front face. It's just it holds a fan, so there's no like actual force on it. Do not print functional Voron parts out of resin. They will fail. They have always failed. Nobody's been able to have one succeed in the long term. So, can I share my printer.cfg? They're pinned in one of the channels in the Discord. That's not it. The RB Dragons. The config for this machine is old, and has a lot of spaghetti to it. 0.4 nozzle. It's got a 0.4 obsidian in it. This one runs a 0.4. That one runs a 0.6. I think that one has a 0.4 in it too. It's got an XG hot end. And the bamboos are both 0.4. I don't think I put... You don't want this printer.cf. This printers.cfg is... It's a duet config with a... Okay. It's a Duet 2 config that's had the pin assignment changed. Or no, not even. It's a Duet 2 with a ramps expander board with dumb drivers config that's had its pin assignment changed to match a spider. You don't want this config. This config is scary and pointless and should not exist upon this earth. But it exists. And it will not leave this room. You just use the stock Voron config. Just use the stock Voron config. It's the stock Voron config for a reason. And if you're wondering, this is the speed I run my Vorons at. This is my normal print speed with all my Vorons. So this isn't high flow. This is just the normal speed I run my machines, and it's never been an issue. Because this machine originally ran a Duet. So the original setup on this machine, and I'll grab it here, that and shoot, where's the Duet? Where's the do I got a Duet? I got a Duet. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. This is what originally controlled this machine. So back in ye olde days of the V2 originally coming out, you had two options for controllers. You either ran dual ramps. So fun fact, an 8-bit ramps with the Atmega controller, the Arduino Mega board, you could actually control 7 stepper drivers with that. There was enough extra pins. So what you would do is you would take pins from like expansion ports or whatever on one ramps, and you would tie them into pins on another ramps, like from the bottom. It was sketchy. There's like a printed jig for it, but you could basically run a Voron V2 on just one Atmega, Arduino Mega board. Okay, with 2 ramps attached to it. And you were limited to 100 millimeter per second travel, and it couldn't go faster than that because you completely overtaxed the MCU. The alternative was Duet. You ran a Duet with rep firmware. The problem was, in Canada, a Duet plus DueX was $500. So what I did, and was kind of the thing at the time, is that ramp setup with the dual ramps, there was this, the Voron 2 expander. Okay, focus. So this right here, you would plug this into your ramps on the expansion ports, and it would give you 3 more drivers. We only had ever used 2, and like some fans and whatnot. So Andre made a connector board that would allow you to take a Duet and plug it into this, and you would buy the Physec clone Duet because it was half the price. So you would buy a Physec clone Duet, some drivers, and there you go. You could run rep firmware for less than the cost of a Duet and power a V2. And that's what I ran for years. I ran rep on this thing until the Spider came out. So a year and a half ago, May of last year, is when I finally took this off Duet rep firmware, or correction, no, that's when it ran this. At some point I ended up putting Clipper on here, because I wanted to get Clipper functionality, and I was having issues with spotty Wi-Fi on here. So I eventually did put Clipper on here, and we completely butchered that config setting that up. Something's outside my room. So we finally got Clipper on here, but then I eventually swapped this out to the Duet, or to the Spider, because I needed to put the Spider in something for a video. So yeah. So this machine has a lot of heritage legacy kit bash code in it, basically. Taco Raven was in Tallboy. Where is Taco? Here's Taco. So at one point, the Voron team got it in their bright mind because, you know, this was before octopuses and spiders were a thing. So the only way to run a Voron was to use two controller board setup. We got it in our bright mind that we could create a controller board. So we did. And this is called the Taco Raven. Okay, this is a 10-stepper board, or actually 8-stepper board. Sorry, it's got an Atmel AT SAM D51 chip, 15 amp fuses. You could feed it separate. You could feed like 48 volts to the motors. This thing's like cool. The problem is it's like 2130s. We put 2130s on it for some stupid reason, and you had to resolder a bunch of stuff yourself. But this is Taco Raven. This is the only official Voron controller board to ever exist, and it still works. This ran Tallboy for a long time until I swapped it out to the octopus that's in it again for video. But yeah, Taco Raven. Code names for Voron stuff internally for a while. I don't know if we still do it, but it was basically food animal. So Taco Raven. Yeah, when we started designing, it was like just before like 2209s became popular. So Voron is Russian and means crow. Yep. I'm trying to remember what we had a hat for the SKR, and I can't remember what it was called. It was guacamole something, I think. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, you don't have to be here to win. You just got to be here to enter, and make sure you like that smash button. And if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, there's links in the description as well. I am so happy that these motor mounts are working. Like as the kids would say, no cap. I'm legit happy that these are actually working quite well. Like I was not gonna lie, I was a little worried about them. Although my panel dude's not working, and I got to figure out why my panel dude's not working. So. Let's see how the video did today. Let's see, what did the video cap out at? What do we got? 5 out of 10. That's what I figured. CNC of V02. I'm not gonna, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna, like, I've got the printed parts. I actually gotta finish printing the parts. I gotta print all the accent parts for the V02. So I think, I don't know what we're doing Tuesday. We might tear down the V00. I think. We'll see. Did I back up the... Oh, that's why! That's why! That's why, you're right, you're right. Okay, one second here. Downloads. Moonraker.com. Edit with notepad. No, okay. Panel do. I gotta put this in it, that's why. There we go. Copy all this. Oh my god, good thinking. Who was that? Who was that told me about that? Who was that? PZ Dude. Thank you. Moonraker.com. There we go. Save. Close. There we go. So it should work on reboot. There we go. I figured I would just have to set it up again, which would have done exactly the same thing. Because it's all the panel do stuff is in the Moonraker. It's all Moonraker. Because that's how it works. So everyone thumbs up in chat for PZ Dude. Happy Year of the Rabbit. Is it Chinese New Year right now? I don't think I've ever had rabbit. Have I had rabbit? I can't remember. Ooh, I'm tired. Holy shit. Okay, we're gonna end it in 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Techmaster put the eggplant and that got auto modded. Let me approve that. You're the water rabbit. I'm not gonna make that joke. Rabbits do swim though, I believe. Look at that engagement. Ah, yeah. Okay, now everyone, go buy some Polymaker filament with my affiliate link. Do this now. I think every animal swims. No, I don't think apes can swim. I don't think apes can swim. That's why they use moats at the zoo, isn't it? Oh, somebody's looking up the P.O. box. Cool. I haven't, okay, so I'm gonna check the P.O. box. I haven't received anything to the P.O. box in like 2 months. So I've got it till like, I think the summer. I don't know if I'm gonna renew it or not. We'll see. So. What's my favorite carbon filament? I like the Polymaker stuff. It prints pretty good. I've got a spool of it here for the project. I'm waiting on more to show up for something. But the Polymaker stuff's pretty good. I had the, you know what, actually? The bamboo CF nylon, I think it was. Or yeah, it was CFPC or CF nylon. Whatever sample came with the machine was really nice. Elephants can swim. Yep. Now remember, what you're seeing right here is impossible. Remember, Vorons can't cool, so what you're seeing here is impossible. PACF, okay. I have not tried carbon fiber ASA from Sparta. I didn't know they had that. It's been a while since I've had to do like a stock up on filament because Polymaker is Bay, but I gotta check them out. 3DXF CF is nice. I have the Ultim. We got to try printing again at some point. I mean, we have the front back on Toasty, so we might revisit that at some point. Yeah, what you do, you just open the door and they cool pretty good. A minion printing peak. You can print peak on anything. It's printing peak reliably and not killing your machine in the process is the problem. I mean, technically Toasty printed peak. Not well, but it did push out molten peak or Ultim. Am I using the SK Cube? I have not been. I need to get it using again. Apparently I've got to put the original motors back in and get them working. Apparently there's a fix for it. The instructions that I were following were incorrect and they have since been updated. So it's been sitting in the other room waiting for me to revisit it. So we'll see. And then the front fell off. Exactly. What's difficult about printing peak? 150 on the bed and 500 C on the nozzle. Yeah. Basically, you need a printer that works in an oven, or better yet, just turn your oven into a printer. A lot of peak printers use ball screws or like mechanical motion, like they're not using belts. Just don't use belts. You know, you can use high temp belts. Don't use belts. If you're serious about printing peak, you want like ball screws or lead screws have slack in them. You want ball screw access for all motion. You want your motors outside of the chamber. You want a water-cooled hot end. Like, if you're serious about printing peak, there are machines you buy to print peak. You don't build a machine to print peak unless you're like crazy. Okay, let's do this draw. So you got 1 minute to enter, less than a minute because it's 11:44 here. I think I have one slice of pizza left. I have one slice of pizza left. I'm gonna raid. It's not good pizza, it's Little Caesars, but just waiting on that last minute here to clock down. Do I have the clock? Oh, there we go. There we go. Remember, there's like an 8-second delay from what you see on the screen and what's actually happening. The screen you're seeing right now, when I snap my fingers, that was 8 seconds ago. So just so you're aware. Okay, let's close that entry form. It is a vote. So here's the thing with tap. Now that tap's installed, that's pretty much the same thing. Nothing's really changed with the machine. It's like, yay, I have tap. My bed probes were fine before, but they're now more fine. No keto diet? I don't do no keto diet. I do intermittent fasting, but I'm hungry and I cheat on the weekend. Okay, don't call me brave, said 16. Give me a number between 1 and 16. Somebody give me a number between 1 and 16. 6, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let it spin. I fixed a perfectly good printer. Exactly. Smithus. Smithus. Why does that sound like a Monty Python sketch? Okay, congratulations. You will get an email from me after the stream ends. Fill out the form. You'll get your filament in a couple days to a couple weeks, depending on where you live in the world. So let's pull you up here. Compose. There we go. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna call it there. I'll post a picture of this in the morning once I get it all cleaned up and everything. I hope you had fun tonight. Hope you learned some stuff. Yes, the software, I was hoping we would like the plan was just to do tap and do the software stuff off stream, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna call it there. For those that donated to the channel, became members of the channel, or gifted memberships to others, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. You make it all possible. For those that or whatever, but if you also want to help support the channel, there's affiliate links in the description below. They don't cost you anything extra, go a long way in supporting the channel. If you're not a member of the channel or Patreon, or bleh. Wow, I am tired. If you're not a member of the channel, if you're not subscribed, hit the smash button, do the thing that just insert a clip of PewDiePie signing off, do that stuff. PewDiePie doesn't even do that shit anymore. I don't know. I should just start doing the Mr. Beast thing where you just go, go, go. Anyways, I'm tired. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away. If you missed out tonight, you'll have another chance on Tuesday, because we do this every stream. Yeah. Tappy tap tap.